Gun Meme Review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? I regret to inform you that the reason why this gun meme review is late is because I died. I'm of course referring to the fact that I was at SHOT Show for a week and came back mentally, emotionally, and pretty much physically dead. I was there Monday to Saturday, and right around Wednesday I remembered why I don't do that. This episode we're going to go over some SHOT Show memes, some of the memes about the new products that were released before or at SHOT Show, and just some general gun memes. But yeah, I was out in Las Vegas for 5-6 days with my buddies for SHOT Show. SHOT Show, of course, being the big gun industry expo, the huge expo that happens every year in Las Vegas. Think of it as like a massive gun show in Vegas, except nothing's actually for sale and it's only industry people, or at least in theory. Super exciting to go there for your first year. See the sights, see the people, see the endless rows of booths just filled with any kind of firearm or firearm accessory that you can imagine. This was my 7th year of SHOT Show, and yeah, first day of SHOT, last day of SHOT. Hey look, it's a photo of me sitting in McCarran Airport waiting for my flight. Everyone at SHOT Show having to wear a mask. All the gun bunnies who now have an easy way to hide their herpes. Honestly, I know everybody was really freaking out over the mask thing. It really wasn't as bad as I was expecting this year. Of course, I barely went to the show floor at all. People were sharing videos of safety enforcement officers and whatnot walking back and forth telling everybody to put on a mask. Dude, it's SHOT Show. This was not the crowd. Second day, they backed off a little bit because it was pretty much impossible to enforce, and by day 3 or 4, they basically just gave up. I, of course, don't care if you want to wear a mask. Do what you want. If you think you're at risk and that makes you feel better, no judgment. You basically have a convention that's dedicated to an industry that is very libertarian conservative for the most part, and so I kind of expected this was going to happen. Also a really interesting example of the effectiveness of mass civil disobedience, for whatever that's worth. That face when you're at the PWS booth and they literally have sex dolls working the booth. See, I saw this meme and I was very confused by it. And it turns out, yeah, they actually did that. I don't know if this is for a photo op or if this was for one day or this is just the whole goddamn time. Yeah, no, Vegas, yeah, shit gets weird. How did it feel when you rolled to the PWS booth and they had all your ex-girlfriends working? the joke is funny because they're either calling your ex a whore or they're calling you an incel who used to fuck blow-up dolls. Yeah, it was better as a meme. And if you're enjoying my coverage of SHOT Show after the fact through memes more than a lot of the videos you saw from the show floor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Since half the time this is basically a firearm news show, we just try to make it funny and try to dull the pain with memes. SHOT Show starter pack. My God, if you've been to SHOT, you can hear this photo. I love that. Are you here for concrete? Every year there's like 3 conventions all at the same time in Vegas. So of course, SHOT Show, there's the concrete, I think like World of Concrete or something like that. Hence the small talk that the Ubers try to make with you pretending they don't know what 3 fucking bearded dudes with tats and multicam actually do for a living. And then there's the AVNs, the porn convention. Adult Video Network, something like that. So yeah, guns, concrete, and porn, all in the same place for a week. Except this year, because of, you know, the coof. Which I do find kind of ironic. I can't remember, but it was a friend of mine was joking around about this earlier last week. Like, of all the diseases floating around the show floor at the AVNs, they're worried about the coof. But yeah, thankfully, attendance was down this year. Those photos you think of with SHOT Show with the packed hallways and whatnot really wasn't nearly as bad. If you don't like crowds, you hate SHOT Show. The opening hallway outside of the convention center is like anxiety central. Now, the few times I actually did go out on the show floor, first of all, I got to meet a lot of you guys, which I always find really cool. It's always interesting to find how sometimes shockingly well-adjusted you guys are in person versus how you present yourselves in the comment section. But aside from that, I also got to do a couple of interviews, including one with Denny Chetman of BDU. BDU, if you're not familiar, is basically a subscription service where you can buy pews and pew accessories at a significant discount. They're also the sponsor of this video, which we appreciate. BDU, if you're watching this, please get those grenade launchers back in stock. I really want an M203. But aside from that, we appreciate their support of the channel. Go check them out. Of course, one of my favorite parts of hanging out at SHOT every year is really getting to see my friends. It's like 1 week a year, I know all of my friends are at the same place. I mean, other than all of my friends that live here in San Antonio. Hanging out with Donut, Eli, Batty, Matt Best, Demolition Ranch, fuck, those are all people who live within, like, half an hour of me. God damn it. But there were other people, too. I got to see a bunch of other friends that I don't really get to see very often. Well, actually, including Angry Cops and Kentucky Ballistics, who, as my caption on Instagram pointed out, remembered briefly I technically qualify as a minority, and then instinct kicked in. There's your monthly cop joke, which led to a pretty funny format. Me. Also me. Also, people have pointed out, too, Rich's phone is desperately trying to escape his thigh. ATF HQ. ATF is heading to SHOT Show. ATF at SHOT Show Exhibition 2022. Everyone at SHOT Show walking past. It's always funny because ATF always does have a booth at SHOT Show, and they almost always get fucked with. Nobody's really going up and being an asshole and, harassing these poor dudes who are just, typical, government employees who happen to win a free trip to Vegas for a week. Mostly just clever little things. In years past, it's taking dogs over there and taking photo shoots next to the ATF booth. Little stuff. But this meme format's fucking great. I think it came over from the armed Asian who may or may not have gotten the Zuck. But it's so applicable. Yeah, so anytime I see him, I always comment, flannel daddy, haha, and I'm pretty sure he sees it. And then there's this other guy we call AK Jesus, and he's really cool. And then there's also Gun Jesus. OMG, it's the funniest thing since that cartoon doctor guy turned himself into a pickle. Haha. We talk about it all the time on this pretty based website I'm on called Reddit. Do your kids have Reddit accounts? Internet gun culture is such a weird niche of inside jokes and, honestly, things that are terrifying to the average person. I dare you to try to non-awkwardly explain what the boog is to anyone who is not in the gun community. Alright, so now we're going to move from SHOT Show over to some of the SHOT Show releases. Some of the new guns that got announced and the memes that followed. But before we do that, I feel bad that this gun meme review was late. So I'm going to make it up to you, because I do love you. I'm going to give you 2 Marty Robbins memes. Just don't tell your mother I let you have 2 Marty Robbins memes in a row. It'd be our little secret. Gunfighter ballads and trail songs. Just as good. Almost Iron. Cool High Point. Billy the Fudd. $160. They're just as good. The Boomer's Call. The Strawberry Roan. Running Away. El Cheapo in the Shop. Utah Poor. The Little Nylon Holster. The Spray Paint Target. Saddle Tramp. El Cheapo again. Oh, we'll get into the just as good shit later. Gonna rustle some jimmies. Actually, some jimmies that I kind of love to rustle. That sounds weird. Ah! I just fucking shot myself. Big Iron's Revenge. Tourniquet Blues. Safe Direction. The Paper Shot Back. Don't worry, it's not loaded. Lonely Road to the Hospital. I left my kneecap in El Paso. It's a good little Tex Grebner joke there. If you know, you know. I'm pretty sure we featured that in the Darwin Awards at some point. So Springfield Armory. All right. Let's just hear him out. Springfield Armory released a new rifle. It is a bullpup rifle called the Hellion. Now, what is the Hellion? If a Tavor, Famas, and Saint butt-fucked and had a kid, then you would get a Hellion. Or more accurately, you'd get little Hellions. I'll see myself out. Now, of course, everybody knows about the release of the Hellion because every fucking gun tuber on the planet has already posted about it. Except me. Springfield doesn't really want to work with me for some reason, which, I mean, it couldn't have anything to do with the fact that I'm constantly shitting on them. You know, for their American marketing, pretending to be another company that they have no relation to that was much better, and also importing most of their shit from Croatia. Nothing to do with that. Or for when they openly supported gun control. Yeah, that doesn't really help either. But I do see a lot of people taking interest in the Hellion. I'm looking forward to see it, see what where people end up on it after the hype kind of dies down. But it's a bullpup rifle, not really my thing. I don't really dig him. Except that AUG. I'm still trying to get that AUG. I'm going to pay you $100 to fuck off. Yeah, this is pretty much how I feel about that whole thing. I don't know, what do you guys think? Are you interested in the Hellion? And if so, why? Continue ragging on XD for being Springfield-branded Croatian import. Admit the Hellion is cool. Yeah, this one's not even a hard choice for me. Left button. No, every time I go down this road, it totally pisses off all the XD owners, which is kind of funny. I look at the XD like a Canic. Is it a bad gun? Oh, no, not necessarily. I don't think so. Is it an Eastern European knockoff Glock? Yeah, that's openly what it is. It's better because my grip zone and it's got a grip safety. Yeah, those aren't real pluses. Those are not advantages. Everyone over 50 is really aggravated right now. Unlike you snowflake millennials, I'm not easily offended. Your Springfield XD is not a duty quality handgun. I can't believe you kids, get a job, bigot, get off my lawn. That's like calling me the N-word. They weren't the only SHOT Show release though. We have SIG coming out with their new rifle, the Spear. It's basically like the MCX version of just like an AR-10. It's a suppressed semi-auto DMR/battle rifle coming in at a holy shit $8 grand. So you could totally buy one of like the dope-ass sword 308 AR-15 kind of platform guns, the ones that are really fucking nice, and a suppressor of your choice, a good suppressor, plus like 1,000 rounds of 308, and still come out ahead of this new SIG. You can literally get an HK in the same caliber for half the price. But in SIG's defense, civilians can actually buy SIG weapons. HK won't release a civilian market MP7 or G36. Sig Sauer releases a fucking prototype to civilian market for fun. Scary? Yes. Chad shit? Also yes. But alright, time for just some regular good old-fashioned gun memes. First day of appendix carry be like. And if you don't get this joke, you're probably too young for the channel, my man. And of course I know you're a guy. Women aren't real on the internet. And if they are, they're not fucking watching my channel. Me, after selling fake hunting licenses outside the furry convention. Ah yes, one of the many times I've been arrested. One of the only times I've been arrested by Donut and Scott, though. That's a lot of glorious man packed into some very, very short shorts. Also, furries, don't get mad at me. I don't care. Yeah, you can have your weird hobbies. More power to you. Maybe use your own face for a profile picture every now and then, though. And now they're mad again. Boycotting the evil CCP. Buying sweet, delicious Holosun optics. Yeah, I still carry with a Holosun optic, actually. I'm on my Glock 19, well, it's an 80% arms Glock 19 clone. It served me pretty well, although I don't know. I hate the idea of giving money to China that could go to American companies. So part of me does feel bad about that. But of course, the other part of me knows how hypocritical it is to talk shit about buying shit from China in one specific niche that you're interested in, and not realizing that 95% of fucking shit around you comes straight from China, and you don't even fucking think about it. Nothing against people from China, but your government do be kind of scary. And the less money I can give them, openly communist people, the better. Brandon, it's time you learn about money. And the importance of, Brandon, no! A new gun. Yeah, the addiction's getting worse. Still not gonna spoil some of the new additions to the channel yet, but I will tell you February is gonna have some very, very interesting range content. Maybe March. Probably February. I don't know, you'll just have to subscribe and find out. Americans own 46% of the world's 1 billion guns, according to the UN. 46% of the world's registered guns. Yeah, I know there's probably quite a few unregistered guns floating around Europe and South America and countries like that as well. You know, since registered guns are kind of a good bit harder over there. But, of course, America does have its own, industry built around 80% firearms, untraceable, ghost guns. Man, I just said a lot of things that are gonna get this flagged. Let's go ahead and move on. When you confess to mag dumping your AK into trash and then hearing the trash scream. Well, the trash that you mag dump into shouldn't be, piles of trash people sleep under, like in an inner city alley. That's a bad call in general. I love that mag dumping into trash has become like a thing with the channel now, only after a few years of doing it. If you'd like to see us do a mag dump into trash t-shirt, just let me know. We'll go ahead and hook that up with Bunker Branding. Which, of course, if you do like the channel and you want to pick up some merch, those links are always in the description and in the pinned comment. Well, not always in the pinned comment, but they will be this time, if I remember. Yeah, you guys would be interested in that. Let me know. You're no match for F-15s and nukes. We are literally neighbors, you fucking idiot. LOL. Yeah, they're saying that we're no match for F-15s and nukes. Well, dude, yeah, if we're living next to each other, they'll use that shit on us, and it's gonna be us. That's a to whom it may concern kind of thing. And a lot of people who are supposed to be against the man, openly rooting for the government to take out its own citizens. That's always been a fun irony to me. Also, I have two things to say to those people who make that argument that, an armed populace is no match against tanks, F-15s, nukes, whatever. One, look at the 20 years we spent in the Middle East. Two, you're the same motherfuckers that are trying to tell me that democracy almost got completely toppled by an unarmed dude in a fucking buffalo hat. So, let's go ahead and calm your fucking jets. No pun intended. But now we're going down a road that is not going to make YouTube like me very much, so we're going to go ahead and call it for this episode of Gun Meme Review. If you want to see episodes like this before they get removed, make sure you click that notification icon. It lets you know, that little bell down there, it lets you know when we upload videos, sends you notifications, so you can be part of the hashtag AKG Notification Squad. Of course, leaving a comment in the first hour of the video with the hashtag AKG Notification Squad. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
The ATF. ATF is heading to NSSF SHOT Show in Las Vegas next week. Fuck. I left my kneecap in El Paso. Fuck. HK won't release a civilian or fuck. And if you don't get this joke, excuse me.